Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio on a Thursday morning. It should be a national holiday when the NFL releases their schedule, but now we know the fate of the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll let you go first. Your thoughts on the schedule.
Well, it'll be a significant test, no doubt about that. And you're right about the national holiday. When the NFL decided to release it on national television, you probably don't at your home have access to Associated Press or anything like that. I mean, that thing didn't stop. On, and the bells ringing. Come on, it's a schedule you're releasing, for heaven's sake. Anyway, the Chiefs, as everybody knows now, is going to open in Brazil the night after Philadelphia opens their season against the Dallas Cowboys. The Chiefs will be in Sao Paulo on September the 5th. It's a Friday night 7 o'clock game, and they play the Los Angeles Chargers. The first home game will be the following week, and I'm a little bit surprised at this one. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's the Super Bowl matchup, the rematch between Philadelphia and Kansas City. I really thought that would be a primetime game, but maybe the Chiefs already have too many primetime games anyway. Certainly Philadelphia does. Anyway, it's a late afternoon game at Arrowhead Stadium, and that'll be on September 14th. There are 3 Sunday night games, 2 Monday night contests. Get this, folks. Thanksgiving in Dallas. You could see it coming when the Chiefs and Cowboys were to play, and Dallas always plays on Thanksgiving. You knew that would be the matchup. And Christmas night. No, this is the third straight Christmas that the NFL's been on TV, and the Chiefs have been in every one of them. You knew it was going to happen. It's the Patrick Mahomes effect, and the Chiefs will play Denver on Christmas night at Arrowhead Stadium. So those games, and hey, you'll get a load of pro football, folks, because it is pretty doggone good.
Yeah, you will. 7 primetime games, half the schedule, almost.
Yeah, that's about what it is. Yeah,
about half the schedule, which is insane. Not happy about the fact that we got to face off with the Eagles right after a trip to Brazil. It's not really that great. Thanks, Raj. And then obviously that Raiders, Commanders, Bills run in October into November is going to be difficult too. But then we get a bye after that. But yeah, it's going to be a hard season for sure.
It is. It will be demanding. There's no question about that. It's going to be a tough road to hoe, but I can't see the Chiefs going undefeated, although they were almost there last year, 15-2 at the final count. But hey, that's still pretty good. I can't see them getting quite that far this year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's any team's game, any given Sunday, as they say. But I'll tell you right now, I'm excited as hell because that means we are getting closer and closer to the start, which also sucks. We got two exhibition games away. We only get one exhibition game.
And incidentally, they are not the games are, but the dates and times aren't scheduled.
Not yet, but we only get one preseason game, which sucks. Anyway, all right, MSU Bears. They play in Kentucky today, right?
They do, and it's a very big series with Murray State over at Murray, Kentucky. But the times of the games have been changed because of, yes, the weather. Honestly, folks, we pay more attention to that, and, well, regardless. Anyway, the times have been changed. The Bears and Murray State Racers will play at 4 o'clock this afternoon and then at 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's a change in time. Rain could threaten those games. They've tried to balance the schedule and the times around the time the rain is supposed to be. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon today and 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Pro NBA playoffs, what happened on the court yesterday?
Boston Celtics, even without their star, Jason Tatum, stayed alive. They beat the New York Knicks, and it's now New York in the lead 3-2 with Game 6 coming up at Madison Square Garden in New York. Now, Tatum's not going to be back, folks. He has a ruptured Achilles tendon. It has already been surgically repaired. It's going to take about a year to heal. But over and above that, the Celtics, who have been pretty much handled by the New York Knicks, have forced a Game 6. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. Golden State cannot win without Curry in the lineup, and he hasn't been. He's had a hamstring pull. Minnesota wins last night, 121-110, and Golden State's gone. That was their 4th loss in a best-of-7 series, so they are out of it. In hockey, Florida beat Toronto. Florida's ahead in that series, and Edmonton has knocked out the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They're gone from the competition, all for the Stanley Cup.
Man, it's kind of been a changing of the guard in hockey too, just as much as it's been in the NBA.
In a sense, that is right. Of course, the Edmonton
like
Oilers date back to the days when Wayne Gretzky was on the team, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. The St. Louis Cardinals had a bunch of stuff to make up yesterday, but it was kind of interesting game against the Phillies, wasn't it?
Polar opposites. The games were absolutely as diverse as you could possibly be. First game, great pitchers battle. Eric Fetty pitched pretty well. Philadelphia got the better of him. 2-1 was the final score. Terrific pitchers battle and some really good defense in there. Philadelphia played well. Cardinals also played well, but that was the end of their 9-game winning streak. So when the second game started, it was one of those blasted day-night doubleheaders that's separate attendance for each one. Philadelphia drew 40,000 for both of them, not combined, but 40,000 for each of the games. They start the second game by knocking Sonny Gray all over the place. 5 runs in the first inning. It was 5-1 Philadelphia at the end of the first inning. Final score is the Cardinals 14, Philadelphia 7. What on earth is this? Well, the game line or game story here is Philadelphia's Aaron Nola. He is at one time Philadelphia's ace right-hander, an outstanding, almost unhittable right-hander. He has gotten off to one of the worst starts ever in his life. He can't get the pitches over. They're hitting him all over the place. Cardinals had a 5-run inning of their own, then they had 4 more, and they're pounding the ball. So, and it's a split. Bottom line is a split. It was the Philadelphia Phillies winning the first one 2-1. Cardinals' second game 14-7. Cardinals take today off and head home to play. Actually, they go to Kansas City to play the Kansas City Royals.
Speaking of the Kansas City Royals, they were pretty hot there for a second, but it seems that one of the biggest issues with that team is that bullpen.
And it hurt them last night, too.
Sure did.
The Royals had the lead, could not hold it. Jeremy Pena of Houston had what turned out to be the game-winning hit in the 7th inning, an RBI single. And the Astros come from behind and beat the Royals 4-3. Hey, folks, the Royals are still pretty good. They have a good ball club. How much of a contender they're going to be, we'll find that out in September and maybe early October. But the fact of the matter remains they are a good team. Houston beat them 4-3, and now they get set for the Cardinals coming up this weekend in a 3-game series.
70 series, baby. I was over at the Springfield Cardinals game yesterday. Pretty nice.
Pretty good circumstances.
Yeah, it was. We got to see 2 bombs right there in the beginning of the game, and you got a stadium filled with kids. That's just going to make it sound like kisses in the house. So.
Take a look at the box score, and you see that Springfield committed 4 errors.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Offensively, they look pretty good. Defensively, there were some early mistakes that were not very great.
A quartet of errors does not help. However, Springfield won the game 7-5 over the Amarillo Sod Poodles. So indeed, there's quite a dichotomy of games here because the Amarillo Ball Club's not very good. I question how good Springfield is.
Consistently, it's we'll see. Again, we've got this when you talk about St. Louis, Springfield, and then of course the Royals. You've got some teams that are capable. Consistency is what you make the difference, or is the difference maker, Ned. Last but not least, have we teed off on the PGA?
They are teeing off right now. The competition underway at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. The early guys, they get the tees at what is for them 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock for us here. And indeed, it should be pretty good. The marquee matchups, of course, have Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy and Xander Schauffele playing in a threesome that tees off about 7:20 our time. So you're going to see some real golf. This is the second of the year's Grand Slam events. The third one coming up will be the U.S. Open in June, and that's at Oakmont in Pittsburgh, and then the British Open, that's in July. So, indeed, we have some real good golf forthcoming.
You are absolutely right about that, Ned. You have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow.